Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Nvidia report for Monday, October 13th, 2025. Let's jump into the charts. I'll start with the weekly chart. Just a reminder that, yes, this 171.46 rising channel bottom, this is a weekly chart. Remember, this is like a 2 to 3 month structure. Can, if tested this week, contain selling through November. And once tested, we can round up to new highs, round up to 219.64 within 2 to 3 months of testing, 171.46. 219.64 is what I call the full swing to the upside. You take the January high, you subtract the April low, you add that distance back to the January high to the upside, and you've got the 219.64 level, an exhaustion point oftentimes longer term for markets, especially when you don't have any more channel tops and line studies to hang your hat on. But I'm not going to go there just yet. 171.46 is actually in reach, possibly, well, I'm going to say possibly today, with a clear open below the 181.93 level. 181.93 is itself a 1 month channel bottom. About 4 weeks in the making. We came close to testing it after Friday's collapse. 181.93 is the level that could sort of stabilize the entire outlook technically. If we can open above it and hold, this market can round back up nicely, possibly within the week. So 181.93 is a meaningful pivot point. And I'm going to say it's presently, with the heightened volatility, a 3 to 5 day pivot point, below which the 170.44 level expected within 3 to 5 days. Let's go into that right now, actually, that if we do open below 181.93, we're also gapping below Friday's 182.05 low. That is just weakness right out of the gates. 176.12 then likely, a 5/8 Fibonacci from that early September low to that recent high from Friday. We could pause here, maybe for the day itself, but if we close below 181.93, 170.44 likely this week, where we actually can bottom out not only through the rest of October, but through November and round up again, as I said a moment ago. There is the scenario with present volatility that if we open below 181.93, we could see 170.44 within the day. So keep that in mind as well. This is both a day trade and a 3 to 5 day swing trade level at 181.93. On the other hand, if we open above 181.93, that allows stability to set in. We've got the 184.48 level that we've mentioned. Actually, what I want to show you is if we open above 181.93. And here it is again. If we open above this level, this channel bottom at 187.40 is in reach. I don't have them both in the same chart. I suppose I could have drawn that, but that is nothing but a simple channel against these two more recent highs, the intermediate lows. I can show it again right here, 187.40 in reach today. If we open above 181.93 with 184.48, the shelf top series of highs over the last month, acting as an intraday pivot point. If we push or open today above 184.48, 187.40 is in reach. We can top out at 187.40 and possibly even within the day fall back to 181.30. 187.40 is right about here on the chart. So you can see that is definitely both are within easy reach today. I will say that if we close today above 187.40, we have a good low for the week. This especially given the fact that we came so close to testing this meaningful channel support. And by the way, that channel support has a resistance well above, and I'm trying to look for it. I don't think I have it here today. Well, I can approximate here. 181.93 is a channel bottom, right? The channel top is nothing but a trend line right now, but once we test the channel bottom, the trend line becomes a channel top. So really, you can see upper right, I've got 197.09 as a 3-star resistance. That's an approximation. I mean, it actually is a 1 5/8 upside swing over these two extreme points over the last couple of months, but there's also a rising channel top up there, or soon will be. If we test 181.93 today and it holds, we can round up with present volatility within 3 to 5 days, but with a more reduced volatility, which is likely to play out as we continue into later week, this could be 1 to 2 weeks. So holding above 181.93, you have a 3 to 5 day swing trade, let's call it, back into the upper 190s. And if we happen to open below 181.93 today, you have a swing trade to the downside, possibly yielding 170.44 intraday. And so, that's really kind of the way it's setting up. Once again, 187.40 is a session containment level, may contain daily highs, and is our upward pivot point into later week. If we push through 187.40 today, 191.05 I think is likely. That is that high from a couple of weeks ago. We also have Thursday's lows in the same area. But closing above 187.40, I do see a good low for the week, and we should then, within a matter of days, push into this 197.09 level. So closing above 187.40, that is also a 3 to 5 day swing trade to the upside. But with present volatility,
if you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and Nvidia, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
You can say 181.93 is our 3 to 5 day swing trade pivot point. It's also our 2 to 3 week swing trade, because if volatility continues to collapse from here and retracts into a more normal framework, this is a 1 to 2 week rally to 197.09. This rising channel top then being a significant upward continuation point, a significant upward pivot point as we continue into November trade. And so it really can become buying the low 180s, selling the upper 190s. We could trade inside of here for a couple of weeks. Once again, if we close below 181.93, we should see 170.44 within, I've been saying, a week or two. It could be within the week, and probably would be within the week. And as I said earlier, if we open Monday below 181.93 with Friday's volatility, a repeat of that does allow 170.44 within the day, where we could bottom out once again through November. But if we close below this low 170s at the end of the week, this looks like a good high through the rest of the year for me. I would expect by the end of November the upper 140s and probably lower. I'm going to amend this just a little bit. There are other support levels. There's a channel top or channel bottom coming down that'll be like in the 110s, 120s. And I think that that is what is possible as we continue into later year, following a settlement this week, Friday, below 171.46. I think that pretty much rounds it out. I do want to show you one other chart, and this is sort of I've been showing this to you for the last few weeks, and that is the S&P 500, or in this case, the S&P 500 Spider ETF, the SPY. It's both have been testing a 5.5-year channel top that I've been mentioning to our subscribers. They have the exact points. This is the short sale zone for the S&P 500 for the SPY into later year, actually, and it remains that way. So this is a long-term structure, and it doesn't surprise me that Nvidia is having trouble right now, because Nvidia is a large part of the S&P 500. I don't know the exact percentage, but if the S&P can close above, or the SPY can close above this structure in the coming weeks, that would involve holding above. Let me just get back to this: holding above the low 170s, and B, a closing above this upper 190s resistance over the next week or two. That's what I would see. Let me say that one more time, that if we were to close in the S&P 500 above this structure over the next few weeks, that would be a long-term buy signal for the SPY. And under that scenario, I would expect a settlement above this upper 190s. That would be our indication for that 219.64 level that I mentioned here earlier. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll get the SPY analysis every single day. You'll see these exact price points and the bottom pivot points to the downside as we continue into later year. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Tuesday's NVIDIA report, and you have a great day.